Overworked? Is the company or the worker to blame? It's easy to be passionate about and love your work. Plus, there's always so much to do. But overworking is a fast path to burnout and stress leave for your top talent. It's not just the work environment. It's not just the high performer. It's both that create an environment where high performers don't feel supported and eventually leave. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a spiritual medium and energy strategist, and I now consider myself a successful high performer. I've been working with high performers for over 2 decades, and I pushed myself to burnout twice in my career because I didn't know I was on the path to burnout. Overworking is a slippery slope. It starts with a high performer being excited and energized when they work, and they're so excited about the work that they were hired to do. Slowly, extra things are added to their plate. They are reached out to on the weekends or after work hours. Special projects have deadlines that require extra work hours or weekend work. Before you know it, overworking has become a company norm, and this has a negative impact on every team member. Let's dive in to how overworking is encouraged in your company. The first way, no set work hours. Often, when team members start a job, there are set work hours. But then these things begin to happen and set work hours, they go right out the door. Are any of these things happening in your company? Questions and meeting outside of work hours. And if there are, do your team members respond quickly? Are they expected to answer? What happens if they don't respond in a timely manner? Anytime work is required outside of their paid hours, an adjustment has to be made, either in giving time back to them during normal work hours, extra PTO, or extra pay. If you don't, they will start to feel resentful and bitter over time. Everyone needs time away from work to recharge. This is how a team stays fresh, happy, and engaged. If they can't get their workload done in their set and paid work hours, then the workload is too heavy. We'll talk more about this though in number 3. Number 2, no true vacation or PTO time. Are your teams, especially your high performance teams, given true vacations and time off and away from work? Answer honestly, because this is really important. So many high performers come to me telling me that their partners, friends, and family are all mad at them because all they do is work. When family and friends are unhappy with the workload your team members have, they are constantly in their ear telling them to quit and find another position. This is very bad for you. Here are some signs that this is happening in your company that you want to stop immediately. Is their PTO time built up? Do they still have messages and emails to respond to when they're on vacation? Do they get a true break from work and their responsibilities? These are things that you want to pay attention to because people need time away from work. Your high performers have to recharge. So when they're off, they need to be off. Off's not in quotation marks. Vacation's not in quotation marks. They're on vacation and they are off. Number 3, do they have to do work travel on weekends and outside of work hours? This actually happens a lot for my clients. Maybe a little bit less since COVID, but it's still happening. I get that their workload is heavy and they have a lot to do, but having them travel in their personal time, it's a big no. So, does work travel in your team's personal time happen in your company? If so, when and how is this time made up? Or is it just another part of their job to travel and lose their weekend time to recharge? Work travel time is no different than giving them work emails or messages in their time off. Traveling is actually exhausting, and it's even worse with time zone changes. Make sure you compensate your team for work travel. Added bonus here, is this travel necessary, or can this be done via Zoom or some other online meeting platform? A lot of work travel is not necessary. It's just an old business practice. Check in and see what is necessary because there's a lot of personal time that team members lose with family and friends when they're on location. Number 4 is their workload more than they can humanly handle. Just because your high performance team gets things done doesn't mean that they should be working an impossible work list. How is their to-do list? How much work is being added? Are they doing more than one job? What's the balance between what they can do and what they're actually given to do? A lot of companies give no support or generic support to their high performance teams, like support questions that they don't answer honestly as they continue to overwork to try to make a dent in their workload. Or you just assume that they're okay because you don't care or they're not really saying anything. A tip for you here, those workers will leave. It's just a matter of time. And if the work environment isn't supportive, that word gets out in the employment field, making it harder for you to attract, much less retain your top talent. Make sure the support that you offer them is actually supportive and helping them create sustainable success. That's how I support high performance teams and what the Successful High Performer program offers. Because any of the 4 areas I described is a recipe for burnout, stress leave, or your high performer finding a position somewhere else with experience from your company. And most companies are doing all of these things. High performers will overperform and they will overwork. This is what I help them with in my Success Wound trainings. Customized support is how to make real changes in the workplace that not only increase productivity, but also impact morale and retention. I can help. You can book a call to see how I can help support your high performance team at schedule.lisagornall.com. If you like this video, let me know by liking it, and I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video released. For next videos to watch, I recommend the top 4 complaints high performers have and what to do, and 3 tips to keep your high performers engaged. High performers can overwork, but if they are put in a company that prioritizes workplace wellness, it won't happen. High performers are overworked when their work environment overworks them. This is completely preventable, and it's my passion to help you create an environment that encourages workplace wellness.